Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and we are on the third day of Dephemerember, which is December 4th, and it's a throwback Thursday. Happy Thursday. And they have postcard and hand or machine sewing. Well, they said we could switch things up if we want to, and I've decided I want to because one of my favorite ones from 2021 is Woodland Animal and Seed Packet. I remember I was doing that was one that I actually did, and I was doing some mask making, and so I used paper bags, packaging paper to make the seed packets, and I really like seed packets, and I really like woodland animals, so I'm switching things up, and that's what I'm doing. I'm going to just grab maybe that one, some pieces of scraps from my box of things from the people, the subscribers. Some of these are a little heavy. It's for a seed packet. I don't need it super heavy. Also, I can use some of these pieces as layering. I think this one is from Becky Bokern. Is what this set of things is. In fact, maybe that's what I'll do. All right, so this piece is like half a piece of paper, kind of, sort of. So I'm going to fold that in half that way and try to make it about the size of a seed packet, but I might make it bigger because, that's how I roll. It's just basically just, a little envelope, and we've got the cover here. The flap. I make these all the time. These are some of the easiest things to make, and I just enjoy making them. I don't know why. We're going to cut at an angle here, at the bottom on the middle piece. We're keeping this middle piece, cutting off the rest. If you cut above the line, the folded line, then you will have a better chance of not getting things all caught up in that. All right, and then here we're just going to cut off these edges. Now you can at an angle if you want to give yourself some room to put your pieces in. What can you put in these? Tags, journal cards, piece of paper, whatever it is you want to. There's no rules. Even with Dephemerember, there's no rules. If you don't like a prompt, you can change it up. And I'm showing you that by changing it up, because that's just what I felt like doing. I might want to just come down and line that up a little bit. And now that I can see that, I can just kind of come back to the top with that piece. I know it looks a little funky, but I can cut this off a little bit more. There we go. It's a little off to the side. I'm okay with that. Really and truly, I am. And if you want to round because usually seed packets have a little bit of a rounded corner on this. There we go. And just glue this side here and this side here. Stick that together. Now this one, for compartmental making, I will probably just make a bunch of these, or a few of these anyway, to use, and then I'll decorate them another time, or maybe I'll even do some little collagey bits that can go on these or in these. Like the woodland animals don't have to be on the outside. They could be on a card that goes on the inside. I'll find those in a bit, but right now I just kind of want to make some of these to go in my journal. I am on my non-Dephemerember days. I am working on making a journal using all the pieces that have been sent by subscribers, because that's what I want to do. So that's what I'm doing. And so it'll be a very eclectic journal because, when you get a lot of, all right, I want this to be this tall. So I'm going to get a different cover, a different piece to use for the flap. You can do that, There's no rules. There's nothing. I'm gonna just make it the same width for the most part. I'm going to attempt to make it the same width. Will it work? I don't know. All right, just line that up right there. So when you have like a little narrow piece, you just kind of want to put your ruler on there good and then lift with the long piece. All right, let me do this bottom part real quick, like I just did. So I'm just over here to prove the fact that you can change up the prompts if you want to. This is all about sharing inspiration, getting inspired by other creators, and just having fun in December. And you do what you want. There's no rules. All right, so this white bit, I'm gonna ink it up a little bit, I think. But also, I'm learning to not worry about those bits, and I'm just going to just do some little lines on the white part and make it look intentional. I could have cut it off if I had wanted to. I just didn't want to. You do lines, circles, any kind of mark making. You use a stamp even if you wanted to. Pretty sure I did that in another video. I mean, I did tear off this one because that's what I wanted to do. All right, I'm not closing this up quite yet. Also, I can decide if I want I think it'll come over a little bit on this side. I could go on the inside if I wanted to, but I don't mind the contrast. Also, I want it to be a more fun, more jaggedy kind of edge, I think. What is this? These are not jaggedy. They're like a little squiggly, whatever. So that it'll just kind of look cute on the back here. And I'm going to fold that down so that when it's on here, it will be pretty on both sides. You know what I'm saying? I think I need to trim that off just a tiny bit on one of these, probably this side. Yep. Just gonna glue that on. I think the Nuvo glue gives me a minute to play with it. Okay, just want to make sure that's gonna fit. And I'm gonna glue this part down, this top piece. So maybe you have like a print or a piece of paper you like, but it's not quite as tall as you want it to be for a little envelope thingamabob. Okay, we're gonna just come up here, trim off that inside bit a little bit. And I think I will go ahead and give myself a little more room. Put something in and out of that pocket. That one will be a little bit more rounded than the other one. There we go. And I can round the edges like I did before. I just don't put a crease in it when I do this. I just kind of, I attempt to not put a crease in it. It's very thick at the moment, so it's a little bit harder. And just round the edges. Does not have to be perfect. And then do the glue. Do it on here. The inside and there. And then you'll know that it's going to be stuck on there really well. And there we go. There's another seed packet. Very eclectic. It's eclectic. It's a little bit, oh, see, that's all right. We're not going to worry about that. If it really bothers me, I could put a little piece of washi tape on there or even just a little scrap of some sort. If it bothers me, it doesn't have to bother me. It might bother me a little bit, but that's okay. We can Can we fix it? Yes, we can. And add another little element to it, which is fun to do. I might not have wanted that perfectly straight on, and it's not perfect. Okay, hold on. I think what I'm going to do is put this to the edge. Was going to wrap it around, and then I changed my mind. There we go. And you can decorate either side. I think that's why I wanted to come around the edge. That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. So we have another kind of seed packet kind of deal happening. What if these are on cardstock kind of sort of, or heavier paper? I'm trying to find things that's a little bit easier to fold is all. So that's the seed packet aspect. I'm trying to do some of these that are not quite as long videos. So we got a couple of those. This one, it's just kind of plain, but we can add a little bit on here to make it not so plain, and find some woodland animals. Some days the videos are going to be super short. That's the only way that I'm going to make enough videos for the whole month. And some days they might be longer. It depends on my energy levels that day, and it depends on what the prompt is, kind of. There are not a lot of fussy cuts in the box from the people, so I'm going through my own fussy cut pieces in here, and I kind of love him, and his bow tie matches that. And so that's what it's going to be for this one. I'm not going to worry about putting things in the pockets right now, or in the envelopes. I'm just going to decorate a couple of them. And I don't need a ton of them. I like making these, so, you know, I could just make a bunch right now. If I wanted like a large seed packet and I only have like this size paper, I would just kind of or if I want to use this, I could even just use a plain piece of paper. Oh, actually, that might not be so terrible. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do this one a little bit taller. And I don't need this whole piece here. I might, hopefully that's enough. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so doing the bottom, and then I want to do the flap. See if we can do better with the flap this time, right? Would be nice if I could do better with the flap this time. All right, line up the top too. That might be helpful. Line up the top, line up the sides, line it up over here. Okay, let me go ahead and trim this side up. Does that bug you when I have stuff flying all over the place? Well, these are easy to mask. You just fold your papers and make a bunch of them. Super easy. Probably why I like this prompt. I don't do a lot with postcards. And I think there was like only one postcard in the basket. So I could have done something with postcards, but I chose not to. Put that like that. All right, and then rip it so it's like a little bit more organic looking. That's going to go, well, it could go on this side. That might be kind of cool. So if I do that, then I think I want to put a notch on this side. You can use as big or small of a notch as you want if you're using your hole punch. It's fine. It's fine. All right, I don't want to glue that down quite yet because it's going to make it harder to I did that. Okay. I'm like, did I do that right? Oh, that alarm's going off again in my son's room. There we go. So now it's nice and tall. Oh yeah, if you hear that music, that's just my son's alarm. It goes off randomly. No, it must go off on at this time of day. What time is it? 2 o'clock, I guess, is when it's 2:01. So odd. That is an odd time. Just gonna straighten that out a little bit. And you can even make this a little uptuck if you wanted to. In fact, I might. Which almost makes it a floating pocket too, which we did a couple days ago, didn't we? So I'm going to glue the side here and this side here. And that will make that a little uptuck. And I'm going to remember to glue this part here. Eventually, glue this bottom part. So we have an uptuck on this side, and then we have the flap on this side. And probably might want to just glue, should have glued the top of this uptuck as well, so it doesn't just stay open. Yep, there we go. And so now we have the front of the flappy envelope part on this side, which some people might prefer that anyway. And I might make one. Oh, he'd be cute on there. Might just put him on there. I don't know exactly who this one was from. A little journal card. I'm going to put it on as a pocket. And there we go. Super cute. Super cute. So that's our woodland animal. So that one has a woodland animal. So, oops. My goodness. So that is that for today. Blue's coming off of that. Should we find a woodland animal for this one? We need something. Well, I wonder if we have like a squirrel or something. I was going to say something crazy. And I was like, well, a squirrel might be a little bit on the crazy side. The flower's too big though. Oh, he's too big, but he's super cute. Just a little fox, maybe. And we want a flower behind him. It's just a little, like that. It's cute. Let's do that. There we go. Just got a, I like to do flowers with the animals sometimes. Just adds a little bit of pop of something from behind. Just another layer, I guess. Just add something cute behind there. And he doesn't have ground that he's standing on, but he doesn't really look like he's floating because he's connected to this little piece that's here. So if you connect them somewhere, they won't necessarily look like they're floating. Also, you could give them ground, put a little piece of washi tape down there if you want to or whatever. What about a little thing to hold it closed? Could do that. There were some, maybe we'll just use one of these stickers. Somebody sent me these. Like I said, I'm trying to use the pieces that people sent me. So sticker could work. So I could do that little tag thingy, and then I will just put something over the back of this so that it doesn't stick. Just put a little piece of paper back there and trim that off. And then even though it's already sticky, it's not super sticky, so. So I will still add some glue onto that bottom bit where the stickiness is. And maybe I'll move it around and get glue everywhere. That would be fun. It wouldn't, but that's what's happening, whether I think it's fun or not. And I gotta hold that for a few minutes because it's not art glitter glue, it's Nuvo glue. I don't know why I'm talking at the phone. That's not where my microphone is anymore. My microphone is now on my shirt. And thank you, Erica, for letting me know that it has helped. All right. It's holding it some. I wonder if that would hold it better. Oh, look at that. Oh, let's just do that. Actually, I think that's even cuter. We're just going to move that up a little bit, and then that little leaf holds it down. I think that's cuter. Okay. Cute. Okay, so there you go. You can use those dimensional stickers to make little things. This one is fine. It's we could put something on there. Potentially. Where's the thing lift up? Okay, it's right there. There, that holds it down a little bit. Do you want another one? This one with the butterfly, maybe? Just put it over here. I will probably, well, it's my journal, so I'm not worried. If stuff comes off, I can glue it later. I just trying to put the flap in between there's like 2 layers to these stickers. I don't know if you can see that or not. And so that's what I'm trying to put the flap. So if you've ever wondered what to do with these double layered stickers, that is something that is kind of cool to do with them. All right, also maybe glue the back so it stays better. Stay better. I need you to stay. I want you to stay. I don't think that's how I had that. Nope, I did. It wasn't. I had the butterfly going the right direction. Is there a wrong direction for a butterfly? I don't know. Some people might say yes, but probably won't be me. Okay, and then we'll tuck in there and there. There we go. That's cute. Okay. There. I used some pieces from Subbies, and that probably should not stick off the side. How did I do that? Well, if I no, because it's going to be floating, so yeah, I really need to have it be not going off the side, I guess. Okay, there we go. Now it works. Welcome to my life. All my discombobulated things that I do. Well, you know, it fits. It fit a minute ago. It might not fit now. You have to pay attention to where the little spongy piece that holds those. You know, we'll just lower it a little bit. Well, no, we don't want it on his head. There we go. Would be easier to do once it's actually glued down. Okay, there you go. All right, that's done. And that's done. And that, oh, there we go. Fun, fun, fun. So yeah, you are allowed to change up the prompts and do what you want for Dephemerember. I hope you guys have a delightful day. I love you. Bye.